Hi guys, this is Catherine with Blue Waters Relocation, and I'm going to give you a tour, a walking tour through our new estate sale that we're going to be doing next weekend. The Facebook Live sale will be on August 19th, and so that's the online sale, and then the physical sale is going to be on the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. But this is, I just want to give you a preview, a brief, sort of run through of everything that we have. The artist is a man by the name of Glenn Winterscheid, and he was in this book, Classic Airplanes. He's an aviation artist. This is some of his work. He's very well known. He's in the Cooper Hewitt Design Museum. And his work sells, typically at an aviation show for, say, $1,000, one of his watercolors. But right now, I'm not going to go through pricing. I'm just going to kind of give you an overview of what we have here. The books. An antique crib, I think some 22s, which I cannot sell because that's against the law. So you'll get a feel for what we're going to be offering in a week and a half, or say 2 weeks. There's a lot of Danish modern at this sale. Some of it was from the 80s, but a lot of it was from the 60s. He actually he worked for GM and helped design a lot of the fins. This is one of his watercolors, which is just fantastic. Look at that house. So here's some more of his books. We have great pottery. We also have a huge collection of posters by this man, Bob Cataray. They're signed posters. We also have this long Danish modern cabinet. Lots of handmade quilts. They came from a farm, so there's a lot of vintage, farm work types of things. And then we've got this fantastic, well, they've got those burlap sacks, but then this fantastic long mid-century sofa, authentic. This Mards lamp. Got this big piece here by an artist by the name of Lindy. I believe he knew that artist. But the Mards lamp is fantastic, I think. Just lots and lots of vintage posters and art. Now we're going down the hallway here, and I wish there was more light so you could see, but I'll go as good as, there's all sorts of, and that's a really charming little, oops, oh my God, how does this thing work? I think it's right. Sorry about that little runaround, but like lots of old, big posters, just a tremendous amount of art at this sale. Now into the master bedroom, we have a large collection of frames. We have this mid-century dresser. Let me shut this. Sort of step back so you can see it. So we've got a large mid-century dresser and mirror, and on top, this beautiful box. Am I upside down? Oh my gosh. My apologies, you guys, for that. But then also, in these drawers, we have beautiful beaded handbags. embroidered linens. Some old money, which probably is worth nothing right now. A lot of costume jewelry. A beautiful Pendleton blanket. And a blanket. And here's some more of the costume jewelry. And then even more pieces. Okay, so now we'll kind of walk into the closet, and we've got, pillows and hangers and suitcases and a lot of vacuum cleaners and a lot of men's suits. This great mid-century woven chair. That is, if you can see it, that's a great piece. I don't know the name of the designer yet, but I will figure that out. Okay, so then we have an antique sewing machine. Down there. It's an old Singer. It's really beautiful. Oh, it's an old Wyeth, not an old Singer. But how pretty that is. Clock. Okay. Now into the bathroom, so I just want to give you a shot of the view, which is just really, really nice. We're over here by San Diego State. Okay. Now here's the bedroom set. Now this, I believe, was made in the 80s. It's not Danish modern, or maybe the 70s. It's got a nice curve here, this piece, the way it can either be separate and stand alone. And then this really gorgeous rocker. You can see all the weaving done. That's funny, Nora. We've got all sorts of antique toys. Because he went to CalArt, and he had contacted GM because he really wanted to be an aircraft or a car designer. And they told him that that you need to go to CalArt or you need to go to Pratt, study design, and then we'll give you a job. And so that's what he did. And he just worked in design, also doing, really charming, really great watercolors. He's very well known in his field. So here we've got just some vintage blankets, sheets, towels, posters. And on this side, we've got, I think this is a vintage Pendleton. Got a really cute little Mexican turquoise, or maybe even Native American, I'm not sure. Actually, it does look like Native American, but I'll have to figure that out. Isn't that pretty? And then down here is just some sheets. But, okay, and now, so this is his room where this piece right here of the propeller plane, the watercolor that he did. Now this is where he did all his art. So we've got tons and tons of old aviation magazines, old flight journals, old automobile magazines. It goes all the way back, and there's a ton more in the garage. And then his drafting table here. And a lot of his art supplies. He's got great brushes. Some more of his tools. One thing he really liked to do was make. So he made all of these different model cars, model airplanes, and I think they helped him with his artwork. Here's some more of his work. Just okay. Then everything is teak or like. Now this next thing is really special. This is a desk designed by Hugh Acton in 1963, and it's a rare piece, and I want to give you a lot of different views of it. We've got the catalog. It's very simple, very beautiful. View from all angles. Okay, and if we open up the catalog here, kind of get an idea of the types of work that he did. So this fun magnifying glass, I need that like just to see normally, I think. We've got a good apple right here. Okay. Got a lot of file cabinets and just a tremendous amount of models, books, magazines, pamphlets, everything you could ever want on the automobile or I think that's the DeLorean up there. A lot of fins. Artist model figurine. Okay, and then into the next bedroom, which is, okay, so this is a Peking rug. Really beautiful. Brought out of China, out of Peking in like the 1920s. Probably from, before the invasion of China. And then we've got a lot of very traditional furniture here and a beautiful cross with Jesus on there. I think it's all hand carved out of wood with Jesus, I think, is in copper. And now this is a lot of airplane model kits. Some of them are models, but one thing is if you like airplane model kits, you will be very happy when you see what is coming up. So we've got statues of the Virgin Mary and of St. Francis, who, let's just give a shout out to St. Francis. We love him. Anybody who preaches to the animals is a friend of mine, But anyway, he just has all this great like design stuff everywhere. What is this? The Chic, like Rudolph Valentino. Oh my gosh. And then, okay, so here is the collection of models. Some of them are made that are in the other room. Some of them are here and are not yet made. But it's just like an entire closet filled with models. And then also vintage women's clothes. If you want a fur, if you're feeling like that. Or maybe you're feeling like that. I know I am. So then this is some of the stuff that came off of the farm. Nora, that was a nice stapler. I will agree with you there. And that's something that a teacher needs. Got it's a fun burlap sack that says scraps. What my niece Catherine likes to call leftovers. I'll just give her a shout out while we're here. Oh, look at that. Wouldn't that be nice if you had like a whole selection just for puddings? Oh, great. So somebody wants to buy all the models. That sounds good. Thank you. I will contact you after the sale, I haven't done a single price. So this is just really a preview. I'm not prepared to sell, but you can buy before the sale. I just need to get all the pricing down, and it won't be done until Wednesday of next week. Because I just am not capable of doing that. But I love whoever the aviation person is who just said they'll buy all the models, because that makes me happy. Okay, so here we go. Down here again. Oh, look at this. Look at that modern house. Look at that painting. I love it. Okay, so now we're back down here. And if your name is Winterscheid, or Skinner, or Scooby, on that, Scooby, you should definitely come to get your coat of arms. There's a lot of pictures of the mission. Now here's another example of another one of the Peking rugs, and this one actually has the label on it for those of you who are big, you know, are big Peking rug people. I think it says Fette, F-E-T-T-E. Hey, Rebecca. See, this is what Rebecca, who works with us, is going to miss. I'm sorry to say that, Rebecca. But you just call me if you see something that you love. In fact, everybody call me if you see something you love. But anyway, Rebecca is a wonderful lady. So here's a bunch more books. Here we go. Look at that complete Grimm's Fairy Tales. Yeah, those were scary. Okay, and then here's the whole VHS Wings of Glory and the whole VHS The Century of Flight. I think this guy was in the Korean War. We just finished a guy who was in World War II. But here's some more of his work, which is so nice. I mean, these watercolors. Gilmore Red Lion. I mean, he's so talented. Okay, so now we've got kind of this like 70s, this 70s teak table with the 70s tile, or maybe it's even earlier. I'm not real sure. I can look under it and see if it says anybody. Not that I can see, but that's something I'm gonna have to figure out. Now here is a leather sofa and a big painting he did of the mission. This rolling coffee table. Thanks, Simon. Simon said he loved the watercolors. So do I. I think they're beautiful. Look at that rocking chair. That's a fun little table. And then this little chair, it needs to be reupholstered because it looks like somebody was chewing on the edge, but it's just a really great little armchair. Really comfortable to sit in and get up from. Now, as I said, like a lot of, he grew up on a farm, so a lot of this stuff is from that time period. Where it says these books are from the farm. So there's a lot of like, much older books. And then these, great. And then, here's a really gorgeous one, I think, that he did of the harbor. Okay. We've got our lady Susan helping today. And I don't know if anybody's on Instagram, because if you go on our Instagram, you can see what she did. You can see what she did with this private sign that she bought at the sale. It's so beautiful. She's so creative, and she's so good at display. I am very lucky to have her help me. Okay, so then this is a tiny little Danish modern table and 2 chairs. And this one is good because it's like, especially if you don't have the size for the other like huge one. This is a really good one. And then this pot is fantastic. It's from out of Long Beach. And it says Stoneware USA, Long Beach. What does it say? Long Beach Marys? Long Beach Munjas. Murrays? Munyas. I'll have to figure that one out. But anyway, here's some more stuff. Here's some more of his watercolors. Reno, if you know anybody who lives in Reno. You know anybody named Ben? Actually, I know somebody named Ben, my nephew, who's actually just graduated from the Air Force. So that might be very appropriate if he likes it. But I'm here to sell, not to buy. Some of these are like, are a lot older. And some of them are made out of oil pastels. Oh, this is upside down, I think. No? I guess that's, this one's kind of confusing me a little bit. This one's really austere and modern, but I don't think, maybe he didn't finish it. Or maybe that was the style. This one says GB. It's a Wasp 711. Oh, and then this is the U.S. Air Force. Okay. I mean, there's so much art. There's just tremendous amounts of beautiful art. U.S. Navy, that's a pretty one. Oh, I think this is a design for the backyard. Here's a seaplane. Okay. That's a really interesting plane. It's British Aircraft Corporation. Okay, and then you've got the TV stand. Danish modern again. And the TV. Now we're going into the kitchen, and we've got this really fantastic mid-century modern, Danish modern table and chairs. See if it's got a name on it. What does that say? It's so hard to read it, but it, I'm gonna have to come back to it. But so a lot of these pieces are great, and then this is a, so it's in perfect shape. Look at that teak. I mean, that's beautiful. And then also to go with it is this wonderful cabinet here. We got some pale lace mats and some candles. Oh. Okay, we've got some sterling silver, I imagine. Yep. A big set of sterling down here. Okay. And then down here, we've got all these great glasses, and then a whole set of, this is made in Germany. Let's see if I can find one that has more information. Oh, this one says Rex Bavaria. So, and it's the same. So it must be like old German, which makes sense with the Winterscheid last name. His name is Glenn Winterscheid, if anybody wants to look him up online. A lot of beautiful dishes. Okay. Alrighty, now we'll walk outside. Let's see, we've got a lot of plasticware here and a cute little side table for the patio, but just like, look at that. Del Cerro is a fantastic neighborhood. Up here right by San Diego State. I love this area. Okay. So we've got some cute little pots. Got a barbecue. Got a bird nesting in some old maps. This is a Workmate Plus by Black & Decker. Some Danish modern, or mid-century modern, probably not Danish. Some old stuff. We have tons of vintage maps. In fact, I feel kind of Got an old wheelchair. I've got some old trunks, some old kitchen stuff, like some plastic, kind of mid-century looking, but oh, it's not. It's home goods. It's like from Target, and yeah, a lot of stamps. You know, we have to go through all that, but yeah. Here we go. This thing looks kind of like a feely pot. Alrighty. And then we've got this rug here. It's sort of in the same kind of style as the Peking rugs, but it's not. It's just a copy. A little bookshelf with some good cookbooks on there. And this beautiful bowl. Okay. So then we'll go over here, look in the cabinets. I love those little tea containers. Ooh, that looks good. Now, if I was a drinker, I would be a lady interested in that book. But as I do not dare to drink that devil alcohol, I shall stay away from that. But someone else who may want it also. We have a Keurig. And we've got some vintage silver here. I'm not sure if it is, some of it is sterling, a lot of it is not. Got some vases. Now remember, when this is just like an overview of the sale, we're going to be coming back on next Wednesday, and we'll go through the whole thing with pricing, and everything will be laid out, and you can buy it online at that point, or you can text me now. But I don't have prices on anything yet, so that's kind of how we're doing this. Got some dollhouse furniture and some sheet music. Okay, and then. Okay, and so then in here, now we're in the garage, and we've got some great vintage candlesticks and an old birdhouse, a lot of snips and clips and shovels and brooms. And then we've got another saw thing, and then we've got tons more magazines. You know, of the aviation sort, more even, from 84, you know, just, I think they go all the way back to the 60s. Now, we brought a couple of things over from Dr. Speece's house. We've got this piece right here that came from Dr. Speece's house. Actually, there's this nice mid-century dresser right here. Sort of anything that, you know, related to it. We've got blowers, we've got rowers, we've got brooms, we've got rakes, we've got hose, we've got shovels. We've got boxes to transport art in. We've got bookshelves. We've got baskets, we've got old radios. We've got vintage Christmas. We have a nativity set. We have Grandma Mildred's nativity set and a Hummel nativity set. You know, we have tools. We have this really good dolly. Now outside into the backyard, we've got a lot of walkers and things like that, which are inexpensive, especially if a person is in need. Got some good old boxes. We've got this really cute little red rocking chair and this dollhouse, which is very nice. I believe it's kind of a modern dollhouse. then we've got these tables, which actually could be converted into, you know, very modern tables. You just need like a piece of wood or some glass or marble or something. Then we've got this thing that sort of gets a lot of fertilizer distributed around your yard. And then this really charming green Schwinn bike with a nice basket. Needs new tires for sure, but that's a really fun bike. Has handbrakes, pottery, and then some plastic pottery, and then this beautiful bougainvillea. Look at that. And then this plant, and then we've got some really good pots. That's a really nice one. But anyway, I think, actually, there's one room I'm not sure if I did with you guys or not. So I'm going to walk back in and I'm just going to check. Did I do, well, we've got that nice standing lamp. That's a good one. Okay. And then, I'm not sure if, okay, so then we've got these vintage pots. All of these vintage games. I think it's a puzzle, Falling Water, of the Frank Lloyd Wright two-sided, 2-in-1 double-sided puzzle, which is just really great. More art. That's nice. Must have been, that's a beautiful piece. Maybe before he went to CalArt, that's nice. I like the American flag there. A lot of these pieces have information about where they are on the back. That's great. Oh, I like that one a lot, of the man in the overalls. I'll pull that one out because it just has like, he's got a lot of, I don't know what, a lot of energy, I guess. And then this is a huge collection of art. I think I did actually do this stuff over here already now, but anyway, you guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in a week and a half or 2 weeks. Thank you. Bye.